got like the shell and everything. But what I didn't understand was the forest turning red. Was it like blood or something? Could you explain?
Okay, actually I will try to stop myself from explaining. Okay, it's actually open for interpretation. I really treat this as an expression. It's like how I feel, and I felt that my father felt. Okay, I will do some explanation even though I'm told not to. Okay, okay. To me, right, suddenly being diagnosed, for example, of any cause, and you need to be amputated, that's turning a very beautiful and tranquil forest into blood. That's exactly what I want to do, what I felt. And straight after the blood scene, it was a surgical room. So, yeah, and feel free to interpret my film because it will be very interesting for your have you involved in my film. I think such are films where they become I don't know, maybe they become abstract in a certain way, where they choose to interpret it in a very specific way, and only a few audiences will get. But such films are only we often get to see them in such cases because our perception is further ahead than the general audiences. Probably it goes on commercial cinema. There are a lot of people who aren't really able to get it. But over here, we are more free to think and free to interpret it. Right, next question.
No. It's for my head. Yeah.
That was very, very, very sincere.
Right, next, I hope, yes.
Sorry, my one question is for Cat and one for first for Cat. Why is it called? Assuming that the next one. And then the second one is, I'm not sure whether I'm reading too much into it, but the moment when the guy...
We go one by one for the first question.
Okay. It's called Learning Lesson because the mother was reminded of an incident in the past where, when father teaches the daughter how to swim, usually the minute he's going to let go of the hand, the girl will be very scared. That was the point where she's very scared. But and that is also the point where if you are very soft-hearted, you will continue holding her. So for him, he decided he's just going to let go, and she managed to swim after that. So what the grandfather was trying to remind the mother was that, remember that swimming lesson, you just let go and your daughter will be able to carry on with her life without you helping. Yeah, so it's called. Yeah, that's what it is.
Actually, a question. How much of girl over here got that point when she let go of the swimming?
Thank you. It was actually quite scary for the actor because you were really driving on the. No, but he agrees to it, so it's fine. Yeah. So second question.
It was just confirm whether the steering wheel was a parallel mapping. Alright, okay. Next question for Anthony for Raven Dina is that because I realized that it's actually commissioned especially for the River Hong Kong, so I'm not sure whether because of that requirement you had to portray a completely happy picture of the Raven Dina. Because it was cutting across 2 generations in the West, but my question was actually to have a more comprehensive view of reunion dinner. Wouldn't it also have we all know how reunion dinners are like sometimes. We have family members that don't really like. So I thought that element was missing in this overly happy view of a reunion dinner. So why did you completely avoid that?
No, it's a great question. Because to be really honest, this is the first film. This is my first commission film. So, if you know my work or if you've seen my previous short films, they are very different. There are films that go to a lot of festivals. There are films that most people coin as art house. This is probably the most prim and proper. And actually, my lowest rating. This is like what G or G. It's not even PG. It's G. Like kids can watch it. Yeah, it's a commission by River Hong Kong, and of course, most people know with such commissions, there are certain things that you have to avoid. and there are certain values that you know you have to put into. I think it's the first time where I was working with a lot of restrictions. It was really difficult, and I've never had to write 10 complete different scripts in 1 month. But I think we tried our best. That's what I think we tried to do, and unfortunately, you know, I was just talking to a friend yesterday that because I haven't seen this film in a long time, that I feel that this film is a little too PC for my taste, like politically correct, because my stuff really isn't like that. But the funny thing is that this film sort of really works in terms of what it was trying to do. You know, it was played at a New Year event over 15 years of New Year on an outdoor screen at River Hong Bao, and it really worked with, you know, the Heartlanders, the uncles, the aunties, and everyone. And I think if anything, you know, I think one of the biggest things that I think we managed to do with this film is I think we managed to capture a lot of stuff that otherwise I don't think you would be able to capture anymore. The HDB flat, 1 week after we shot, you know, it was totally vacant because it's en bloc and HDB has taken it back. The shop house that you see, the interior shop house, we found one in Zhujiat 2 days after we shot. They are demolishing the whole shop house, and that was its original condition, and we just had to paint the walls. So in a way, I think that whole process of making the film, you know, for me was more of, I actually saw things disappearing before my eyes. You know, yeah, I think that was the thing that I felt was most interesting. You know, because it was quite painful to make this film. The version that you see now is the version that I've been asked to dub like 50% of the film into Mandarin because it was like 80% in Hokkien, and to me language is a very big thing. But I think it sort of worked. I really fought very hard so that we actually see a change, not just in physical space and how things look and costumes and all that, but actually the evolution of language and people and family. Yes, unfortunately, in a very perfect, you know, happy family way.